Hello everyone, welcome to Astroamsa. So one person had requested this video of second marriage. Since the pandemic, many people have lost their loved ones. So what if someone is a widow or a divorcee? How can one see about second marriage? Also in this day and age, breakups and separation, these instances are rising. So today we are going to discuss about second marriage and third marriage as well. Before that, if you are new to my channel, if you find my videos helpful, do subscribe my channel. It motivates me to keep making more such videos for you. Also, please explore my videos before asking same repeated questions. Unless explicitly mentioned, you always have to see the main chart, the D1 first, and then we move ahead with the Navmash, Nakshatra, Zugopada, Aruda, and all those stuff, okay? First, it is always the Lagna chart, and you have to see from both Lagna and the moon. Lastly, people understand that there are many permutations and combinations for analysis, and I don't have your chart. What combinations you have, what aspects you have, what conjunctions you have, nakshatras you have, I have no idea. So each one of you will not resonate with my analysis. This is a general analysis, the basic, the probabilities that are shared. It is not specific to you. It may or may not resonate with you. Okay? And also, I am a bit unwell, so my voice may not be clear today. So please ignore if you find my voice heavy. Okay? So let's begin with today's video. Now first, let us understand the possibilities of more than one marriage in your chart or multiple marriages in your chart, because second marriage takes place only after the end of first. So let's first discuss the combinations or possibilities that can put an end to first marriage. Now here again, this is general analysis. I've not seen your chart, and there are a lot of other factors to conclude something, to confirm something. Okay, so let's begin. Now, as everyone knows, 7th house or 7th relationship, first marriage or first partner, first relationship, like everyone knows, it is the seen from the 7th house. Okay, now for second marriage, first we have to negate the first relationship. So what are the possibilities for multiple marriages? If 7th house has Venus, Venus is not considered to be good in the 7th house. Okay, or dual planets like Mercury, Jupiter in your 7th house, or if 7th lord is placed in dual signs like Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius and Pisces, then there can be a possibility of more than one marriage. If Venus is conjunct Ketu, because Venus is the natural karaka of marriage and Ketu is separation, detachment, disinterest. Okay, so cutting off marriage. Okay, so then if Venus is conjunct Ketu, then it can be a possibility of more than one marriage. If there are retrograde planets placed in the 7th house, okay, or if the 7th lord is badly afflicted and is impacted by the malefics, then there is a possibility of more than one marriage. Rahu is the key planet. If placed in the 7th house, then it increases the chances manifold. Okay, if Rahu is impacting your 7th house or 7th lord or Venus, or placed in the 7th house, and there are possibilities, high possibility of multiple relationships or more than one marriage. Then houses that you have to see is the 8th house, because 8th house represents secret, hidden things. Okay, so extramarital affairs. Also, 8th is the longevity of your spouse. If there is a relation of 7th with 6th or 8th or 12th, the Dushtana houses, and if it's badly afflicted, and we have to also see the other factors. If other factors confirm it, then it can also show the death of your spouse. Okay, so we have to see the 8th house, 12th house, because it also represents loss or separation. Then we have to also see the 2nd house, because 8th house, then 12th house, and we have to also see the 2nd house because it is 8th from the 7th house. Okay, so 8th house also represents the end of marriage. Now being 2nd to 7th, okay, it's called as a marka, and 2nd house is also the significator of your family life. Okay, sustenance of marriage. Okay, so we have to see the 2nd house. Then if Mercury in the 7th house along with the other malefic influences, it can also show a possibility, because Mercury is considered to be like a prince, okay, who likes to explore, who likes to um, Mercury also represents lust. Okay, so with other factors, Mercury also shows a possibility. And the most important planet is Venus. Venus, if it is strong, then marriage may survive. Okay, afflicted, combusted, badly placed Venus can cause troubles, and it can also result in multiple marriages. Planets Sun and Mars also create unhappy marriages under certain situations. So you have to also see that. Then you also have to see the Dharakarka, the lowest degree planet in your chart, okay, as per Gemini astrology. So affliction has to be profound, okay, and more than one cases should confirm it. Otherwise, there can be some problems, conflicts, problems, and minor tiffs with your spouse. But you live together after the end of the dasha, or you may live together, or you will not be separated, okay. And there are many other factors. You also have to see the Navmash, conjunctions, aspects, nakshatras, Upapada Lagna, second from Upapada Lagna. I don't want to complicate it right now. So these are some combinations that can show multiple or more than one marriage in your chart. And yes, Jupiter's aspect will not let another marriage takes place, or in other words, break in the marriage. It will reduce the bad effects or the bad things from your chart wherever it aspects. Okay, so Jupiter's aspect, even Saturn shows the denial, okay, but it doesn't delay, sorry, it shows the delay. And Saturn shows delay, but it doesn't deny, okay. But however, Saturn is a malefic planet, but Jupiter is a benefic planet. So Jupiter's aspect is very important. It will save the day. Okay. Now, how do you see the second relationship? Okay. Now there are different views of different astrologers. Okay, including me. For second relationship, some consider from your ninth house, because ninth is third from seventh, okay, and it is your second relationship, so it is considered as younger sibling of your spouse. So we see three places away, that is ninth house for second relationship and partner, because in those ancient times, some widow used to get married to the younger sibling of a spouse. So that was something that but this may not work today, right? Because it's weird to even think about marrying a younger sibling of your spouse, okay. But this is what some people consider. Some also consider the second house as the house of second marriage, because 8th from 7th, okay, 8th is what? 8 is death and rebirth of the relationship, okay. So 8th from 7th is the second house, okay. So death of the first relationship and rebirth of the second relationship. Some people also use 11th house for second marriage, okay. So different belief system is prevalent. Now, see, any relationship is the 5th house matter, okay. The romance, the without any commitment, whatever the relationship, any relationship is the 5th house matter, especially the romantic relationships, okay. Then you commit, okay. So legality and ceremony and occasion and fairas and the documents that you sign, all that take place. That is the 9th house matter. And then 7th in general represents not only your first relationship and first partner, it also represents your partner or relationship you seek irrespective of your marriages, okay. See, Venus, Jupiter, 7th house and Lord will always be important irrespective of any marriages or relationships, okay. Now, what is my consideration? Now, based on my analysis, what I have seen is I see 7th house of D1 chart for first partner. Then I see in Navmash. After marriage, Navmash get activated, right? So first marriage has already happened. Vivaha has already taken place. Marriage has already taken place. So I see for second marriage in Navmash, okay, D9 chart, the second house for second partner, second relationship. And then I see the 9th house for a third relationship or third marriage, okay, third partner in Navmash, okay. It is the same concept, 8th from 7th. death and rebirth of the relationship, second house, and ninth house, okay, eighth from second, okay. But I don't see in the D1 chart, I see the Navmash. And okay, I see the Navmash and not in D1, and ninth because eighth from the second house. Now in D1, I find eighth for second marriage and ninth for third marriage. Somehow it correlated, but it didn't work out for me. Okay, so I'll show with that with an example to you. But so there, see, there has been a lot of difference in observations for a lot of astrologers. Okay, but this is my observation because I feel that this resonated with me, and this was what worked for me. You can share your experiences and comment about what combinations you have in your chart and what is your experience, so we can get more clarity. Okay, but this is what I follow. I don't look in D1 because it didn't work for me. Okay, I'll show you how. Now, how do you analyze the second relationship? Same way you analyze the first one, you have to check the 7th, 9th, 2nd, 11th house along with Venus and Jupiter. But this extra second and ninth house for the partners, natures, and personality and marriage and sustenance of marriage. Okay. So let me explain with an example. Okay. I can't show you the whole chart. Okay. But I'll share some example with you. This is someone. This is one of the. I know this person personally. Okay. So she's a female and she has 3 marriages. Third marriage lasted, and this year she's welcoming a new member in the family. Okay, she's conceiving. So let me show you her chart. Now she's a Sagittarius Lagna. Okay, 7th house has a sign Gemini. So one case it tick. Okay, dual sign Gemini. Then her 7th lord is placed in the sign of Virgo. Again, dual sign Virgo. Yeah, 2 cases it ticked. Then Rahu from the 3rd house, it aspects the 7th house, not the 7th lord, it aspects the 7th house itself. Okay, so 3rd. Okay, so 3 ticks we got. Okay, but here what we see is that the 7th lord Mercury is placed in its own house. Okay, then okay, this thing is important. Now next thing we see is Venus is in the 9th house. Okay, Venus is conjunct Ketu. Okay, so we have yes, Ketu, Venus is conjunct Ketu, and 9th lord Sun is debilitated in the 11th house. Okay, and Sun also happens to be the Dharakarka. Okay, and Saturn and Moon is in the 1st house. Now Saturn and Moon is said to be Vish Yoga. Saturn and Moon is in the 1st house is aspecting the 7th house, so delay but not denial. Jupiter is placed here. Okay, Jupiter is aspecting the 7th lord again. So what do we see here? Okay, see, Jupiter is from the 6th house is aspecting the 7th lord but not 7th house. Okay, so it is not saving the relationship, the first relationship, but it is not denying that there won't be any marriage. Okay, that will last. Okay, and Mercury is placed 7th lord is also the it also represents the relationship. Okay, so 7th lord in its own sign. Okay, it makes it strong. Okay, so there will be relationship, there will be marriage. Okay, that will last. Okay, but the first relationship will not last. Yeah, so many combinations, and also Jupiter is not very friendly with Mercury. Jupiter is also in the sign of Venus, Taurus, right? So that also we have to see. Okay, So it is a very Jupiter's aspect is very not is not very strong. However, so many combinations we have received, okay, that indicates problem, separation in marriage. But eventually one marriage or last marriage will stay and survive. Okay, so this person, as I said, she's a female and had 3 marriages. Third marriage lasted, and she's conceiving, she's welcoming a new member in this family this year. First marriage broke, as we have seen, dual sign, dual Lord place in dual sign, rouse aspect. Okay, so all these factors takes place. Now, if I say second marriage, okay, as people say, okay, second marriage is seen from the 9th house. So you see here that Venus conjunct Ketu, right? So second marriage broke, understood. But now if you see from the third marriage is seen from the 11th house, and if you see this, Sun is debilitated in the sign of Libra, and Libra, the 11th lord is conjunct Ketu, so third also should break. Okay, so this didn't work for me. Then the next it's seen as second house. Okay, here the sign is Capricorn. Okay, now the second this person I know personally, so I know that the second house, okay, is Capricorn, but the person was like the personality was of Cancer. Okay, so there's nowhere the Cancer, you can't connect. Okay, so this didn't work for me. Okay, in D1. Then I if you see 8th house, okay, for as a second marriage. Okay, then it did work for second marriage. Okay, because moon is conjunct Saturn and things like that, but still it is not convincing. Okay, second marriage broke. But now if you see in the Navmash, okay, I'll show the Navmash. Now in Navmash, I saw she's a Gemini Navmash. Okay, and your second house, it's Cancer, so this did work. Okay, and moon, yeah, but second relationship didn't last. Okay, why? Because Mercury is aspecting sign of moon, and moon is placed in the dual sign. Yeah, and the third marriage lasted. Okay, so third marriage I see from the 9th house. Okay, Aquarius sign, Lord Saturn was placed in the 12th house in the sign of Taurus, and Rahu was placed in the sign of Pisces. So okay, but the main Lord is considered to be the Saturn. Okay, which is not placed in the dual sign, it's well placed. Okay, so this is how it didn't work for me in D1 chart, it only worked for me in the D9 chart. Okay, so how to see now second marriage is, I'll summarize quickly. First, second marriage you have to see. For first marriage you have to see the 7th house of D1 chart. Okay, 7th house of D1 chart. For second marriage you have to move to your Navmash chart and check your second house in the D9. And for third marriage you have to see the 9th house in your D9 chart. Okay, she her second marriage, okay, had Cancer. Okay, moon in dual sign aspected by dual planet Mercury. Now Cancer, the second partner was very emotional partner, it's very fair, fickle minded, timid kind of personality. Okay, then third marriage, see, from the 9th house. Okay, the 9th Venus is conjunct Ketu in the sign of Leo. Okay, one thing that you have to understand is that no matter how many marriages or relationships you are having, okay, Venus will always be the karka of marriage. Okay, it's conjunct Ketu, so there is always a chance that the marriage might break, or the person may be disinterested in marriage, dissatisfied in marriage, want to run away from marriage, escape from marriage. Okay, these things will be happen. And in Leo, okay, so partner may be of very dominating personality. There can be ego clashes. There can be this person can be authoritative person, considered highly among friends and family. Okay, romantic and religious person, Venus and Ketu. Yeah. And since Venus, wherever it is placed, the ninth lord, okay, is in the ninth house, and there is a parivartan yoga between ninth and 11th house. Okay, Venus is placed here. Okay, Venus is placed here and Sun is placed here. Okay, sign of Libra and here. Okay, so there is a parivartan yoga happening. So you are getting the lucky. Okay, the luck is working in favor of you and fulfilling your desires. But since both the placements are not well placed, okay, they are not because Sun is debilitated in Libra, although since they are in Parivartan yoga, so they are saving each other's house. Okay, so you have to see that also. Okay, and Aquarius sign, so some unconventionality, working in electronics. Okay, you can also see the profession through it. Then yeah, and see, Ketu, unlike Rahu, Ketu doesn't give interest in multiple relationships. Okay, or that kind of nature of getting attracted to someone very easily. Okay, getting attached to someone very easily. Ketu cuts off once or creates disinterest or dissatisfaction in the marriage. So again, here in the starting, marriage was not a happy and cordial one, but because it is not in the dual sign, it survived. Okay, and then with age, you will also have to see the Navmash. What are the placements in the Navmash? Okay, and 9,000 Navmash for her, Aquarius. Okay, so Aquarius, their sign was here. Okay, unconventional partner. Okay, um, yeah, hardworking and tan skin, diplomatic, tactful, greedy, but loyal partner. Okay, since it's ruled by Saturn. Okay, and Rahu, one doesn't spoil one's house. Yeah, and they aren't placed in the dual sign. Okay, so I have also connected D1 for this analysis, but it didn't work for me. But I find D9 to be working for me more. It resonated me more. You can share your experience. What did work for you, and what are your combinations in your chart? Okay, for more clarity. Now, how do you see the timing of your second and third marriage? For that, you have to see the dasha and antardasha of third. You have to see the dasha and antardasha of the third and the ninth house. Third house, planets placed in the third house, planets placed in the ninth house, or lord of third house or lord of ninth house, both in the D1 and D9. Yeah, you have to see the dasha and antardasha, and then it can be probable. Then you have to see the double transit of then you have to also see the Jupiter and Saturn transits. How does it affect? Okay, so this was my analysis for second marriage and third marriage. Okay, this is how I see, based on my analysis, what I found. Okay, what did work for me. There are different views around of second marriage and third marriage. You have to see the for me it did work that in D1s for first partner, first relationship, and for any partner, any relationship, you have to see the 7,000 lord. Okay, and for second marriage or second relationship, second partner, I see in the Navmash in the second house, and ninth house for third marriage in the Navmash. Okay, so I hope it resonated with you. Okay, if you find it helpful, do like, comment, share and subscribe. I also do personal reading, so if you're interested in consultations, details are given in the description below. That's all for today. Thank you for watching.